Happy Monday. We didn't book talk last week. Sometimes things get crazy, and Miss Wheatley has a lot of doctor's appointments on Mondays, and so we just lose it. So sorry. I have a couple of extra books to talk about today. I really feel like I'm just reading 2 books a week right now. I don't know what's going on with my life. I think I have probably an Instagram and Facebook problem going on with my life, honestly, but I did get some books read. Dead Girls Don't Lie. It is a mystery. This girl's best friend is killed, and it seems very reminiscent of a killing that happened a year ago, and she's trying to decide if there's any ties, and of course no one wants her to find any ties between these two, because then they might figure out what is actually going on. I really liked it. I do feel like the wrap-up was swift. I want them to sort of draw it out and me not to be really sure, and this one was like confused, done kind of thing. But I did like it. I do like this author, Jennifer Shaw Wolf. I liked the other book I read of hers. It was good, though. If you like a good mystery, this is a good mystery. York. Let's go for some variety in my reading this week. So this is an adventure. It's also steampunk. If you don't know what steampunk is, it's Victorian times usually, so we're talking the 1800s, when people were still using, maybe gaslight was a new thing, and they were still driving horse-drawn carriages, except in steampunk, they have crazy electronics. So they've made little robots out of spiders, or caterpillars in this book, actually, and they have what they call rollers, which come out and clean the streets when the horses drop, what they drop on the streets. And so it is steampunk from the 1800s, but it also is mostly set in current times, where there's some remnants of this steampunk still around, and they're these middle schoolers, which I actually kind of struggled with because it felt kind of young, but they're middle schoolers. It probably should feel young. They are trying to solve a riddle that has been around since the 1800s. And since this is book 1, you won't be surprised to find out that they didn't solve the riddle. But they got a long way into it, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to read book 2 and see if they get where they're going. It was good. It was a little slower in the beginning. It picked up pretty quick. If you like steampunk, though, it's pretty good. All right. So then I've got some romances here. Dreamology. There's a girl who every night when she goes to sleep has very pleasant dreams. There's this adorable boy, and they go on these adventures, and they go to the pyramids, and they float down rivers in Italy, and they have all these fun adventures. It's great. And it really helps her get through sort of her chaotic day. Well, then her dad ups and moves her to another city, and she's in her new school, in her new class one day, and she sits down at her desk, and she looks up at the door, and in walks this boy. She's like, now wait a minute. But this boy doesn't really acknowledge her or act like he knows her. And she's like, am I literally crazy? Have I been dreaming about some boy all this time who's real, except he's not real because he doesn't know me? Anyway, they figure out what's going on. It's really good. It's a very cute love story. All the right things are happening at the right time. Wanderlost. Wanderlost. Make sure it's lost. Also a romance, but could also be an adventure. So this girl has a perfect older sister. Perfect. She's absolutely perfect. She's 4 years older, and she is like the thing, right? Can you imagine how awful that would be to grow up with a perfect older sibling? I didn't have one of those, so that was great. I mean, I have an older sibling, but they weren't so much perfect, and that was very handy for me. So the sister does everything right all the time. She has a summer job planned after she graduates from college. The younger sister has just graduated from high school. And the older sister messes up, and the younger sister has to step in and do the job that the other girl was supposed to do, or her whole future is up in the air. And the job is overseas. So the younger girl, who literally is going to community college because she doesn't want to leave home yet, ends up in Europe for the summer. It's really good. It really is. I enjoyed it very much. It was not your typical romance. There was a lot of sibling stuff going on, because obviously that's a big part of the plot line. It was really a very good book. It's also a very pretty cover, which for me is a good indicator. So if you guys want to read any of these, they're available for you this week. Have a great week.